absolutely massive 174% quantum damage boost plus our base 48%. So we're easily sitting over 200% quantum damage boost here. Let's see how much the break damage is. 28k on that break, 19k on the follow-up. Hey, yo. He only has one more stack he needs to get before he takes maximum damage here. 50,000 damage on the entanglement. Xueyi is here and here to stay as probably one of the best quantum DPS in the game, and if not the best 4-star DPS in the game, because she does some absolutely insane numbers. But let's be honest, most quantum DPS do some pretty insane numbers, so we're gonna talk about what she kind of does today and how to build her to hit some insane damage like you guys saw before. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and talk kind of about what she does first, so you can get a good grasp on that, and then we'll go from there. And if you have Ruan Mei, she is going to love you even more. So let's kind of go ahead and talk about her abilities first, because they are super important. First of all, her skill is going to be attacking one main enemy and hitting adjacent enemies. It's a blast attack, so you do more damage to one enemy and hit adjacent enemies as well. Her ultimate move is where a lot of her kit comes into play here, because her ultimate move is going to be targeting one enemy, but it doesn't matter what weakness type they are. She'll be ignoring that completely and reducing the enemy's toughness regardless. Now, the more toughness damage you do, the higher her damage will be. That's why I said her and Miss Ruan Mei play very well together. Now, if we hop into some other things like her talent, which this plays literally everything to her kit, every time anyone on the field does weakness damage to an enemy, she will be getting a stack of karma. Whenever she does damage to an enemy, she'll be getting more stacks of karma depending on the amount of toughness you break on the enemy. Now, when you get 8 stacks of karma, she'll be doing a follow-up attack. And this will be doing damage to 3 random targets. If there's one enemy, of course, that'll be all onto one target, and this damage is not to be scoffed at. Now, you might think, where does all of her damage come from? Where does that big banger damage come from, and why is she so hard to build? Well, we're going to hop into the traces and kind of explain that now. So, the first trace you get with her is going to be Clairvoyant Loom. It's going to be increasing the damage of this unit by an amount equal to 100% of the break effect, up to a maximum of a damage increase of 240%. So that means it will take 100% of your break effect and give that to you as damage you're going to be doing. So if you have a 100% break effect, you'll be getting a 100% damage increase. That means a 100% increase of damage to your quantum damage you'll be doing, and any type of damage that she could potentially do. I mean, all the other damages really don't matter too much. It's only this. So, now, hopping into the next one. This is also going to play into this, because this will allow her to get more stacks of her karma. If the enemy target's toughness is equal to or higher than 50% of their max toughness, deals 10% more damage when using the ultimate. So this is just going to allow her to do more damage when they are 50% toughness or higher. And the final one's kind of like a failsafe. Say you have 6 stacks of karma or 7 stacks of karma, you use an ability, this will give you overflow stacks, so as soon as she uses her follow-up attack, you'll get those stacks back in rotation, so you're not wasting any stacks by doing an attack. It kind of just plays super well into her kit here. Now, with all that being said, what are the things you need to be upgrading here? Just about everything. Her follow-up attack, she does it once every 8 stacks of karma. Obviously, her blast is going to be doing a decent amount of damage, but that's not where the most damage comes from. Most of it comes from breaking the enemy shield, and also just using the follow-up attack as well. As you can see in her kit here, she does have a lot of break effect here. You want to be making sure you get as much of this break effect as possible. As you can see, I'm still missing 10% break effect up here, and I'm missing the quantum damage one. So, I mean, you want to get as much of this as possible, obviously, because the break effect is going to increase her damage. This right here alone, this one trace, is a 10% damage bonus increase to what she's going to be doing, so you want to make sure you get all these nodes. I'm just a broke boy right now because I went and upgraded Ruan Mei and her, and I'm run out of materials and I can't upgrade anymore. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about her best in slot relics. And what her best in slot relics are going to be, or what is this here? Subscribe to YouTube Can't See Me? What? Yes, guys, just subscribe to the YouTube Can't See Me YouTube channel so you can get cool and amazing content like this, and maybe even have a chance to win a giveaway for 2.0. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Only like, I think 5% of you guys are actually subscribed. So hit that subscribe button if you will, and let's go ahead and talk about these best in slot relics now. So these best in slot relics, this is the main thing I was competing on and talking about and contemplating on. is between the 4-piece quantum set versus the 4-piece break set. Now, I ended up going with the 4-piece break set because you do want as much break as possible. Now, if you're running the quantum set, that can be fine because you do get 10% defense shred, but you want to make sure you're getting as much break effect as possible. And unfortunately, with my kit, I don't really have more than 1 or 2 sets farmed for the quantum set, so I'm using one of my quantum sets on Zila right now, so that's the reason why we went with the break effect route here. And we're still even kind of missing some break effect. We're only at 104% break effect, and we're missing speed as well, because as you can see, we are running 2-piece Talia, the Knight of Banditry, whatever it's called. We're in the 2-piece Talia set here as well. We're going to get into the planar sets in a second here, but we are at least running a 2-piece of this break effect set here, which does in fact give us the extra 16% break effect, and this set, the planar set, also gives us an extra 16% as well. If I could find some better gloves, then I would definitely run them, but right now my Ruan Mei is rocking my other break gloves here, so it's just a matter of finding some more break gloves that we can actually use on her, because I don't have any more that I can even level up to give her. So we're stuck between kind of like a rock and a hard place. Also, these have 17% break effect, so that's going to be kind of hard to pass up, considering the set bonus for a 4-piece break effect is only 16% more. So, kind of rough to reach that threshold, or kind of rough to like reach that requirement there. I would need something probably around like at least a 10 to 15% to actually want to swap these gloves over to get even more break effect added onto our kit here, which would increase our damage even more. Now since I'm done globbering on about these 2 sets here, let's go ahead and talk about the planar sets. Now, there are a couple different planar sets you could run. At first, I was going to run Salsado because most of her damage does come from her ultimate, and also you'll get a lot of damage from her follow-up attacks as well, so that's why I was recommending Salsado. It also gives 8% extra crit rate, which she does struggle with crit rate quite a bit, so that's one of the main reasons I was going for that, but I decided, absolutely not. Let's just go full break effect, so we went with the Talia Kingdom of Banditry here, with just trying to get as much speed and break effect in here as possible. So that's kind of what we did here. We'll explain the stats in a second, but yeah, we're just trying to go for as much break effect as possible, and you'll kind of see why when I show you the damage numbers later. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about these main and substats. Now, starting off with the main stats, on the boots, you want to run speed. 100% you want to run speed. You want it to be as fast as possible, especially if you're running the Talia planar set here. You want that 145 speed, which we're not reaching right now. So speed is a main concern here and something you definitely want to be getting. Now, onto the body, I would recommend a crit rate body here. You can get a lot of crit rate in the substats, and maybe you can run a crit damage body here, but we have this cracked out chest plate right here, which gives a 32% crit rate, obviously, and 22% crit damage, so this does help us out quite a bit as far as our ratios go. And then next, we're going to be on to the sphere. We're running a quantum damage sphere here. Pretty sweet, pretty simple. Quantum damage on the quantum character. And then finally on the rope, we're running an attack percentage rope to kind of help out with her attack, because I am running her with Ruan Mei, so we want to try to balance out that attack stat as much as possible, and we do want some crit rate, crit damage, which we don't have here. Now, hopping into the substats you're going to be wanting now, because these are going to be really, really important. You're obviously going to be wanting to focus on speed first. I would say break effect first, but I think if you're running Talia, the Banditry, you do want to focus on speed and getting to that 145 speed. Now, don't sacrifice too much break effect for that, though. Realistically, you want pieces with break effect and speed on them if you can get it. If you can't, then kind of cringe. So focus on speed. If you can get break effect speed pieces, that'll be great. Other than that, though, you do want crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, like any DPS would want here, but with a main emphasis on speed and break effect, that's the main things you're going to want to be aiming for there. Now, let's talk about something else important, which is our Eidelons. And you might have gotten a couple of these, or none of these if you really trolled really hard. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about these right now. E1, guys, is going to be pretty sweet, pretty simple. It's basically going to increase the damage you do from follow-up attacks by 40%. So you're getting an extra 40% damage bonus from follow-up attacks, which is really, really nice. E2 is going to be super, super strong, guys. The reason E2 is super, super strong is because her talent follow-up attacks will be reducing toughness regardless of their typing. So this works just like her ultimate. So anytime you use a follow-up attack with her, she'll be reducing any enemy's toughness. Super, super strong, helps break any enemy's shield. E4 is also really, really strong because using the ultimate increases the break effect by an extra 40%, which inherently increases her damage, which means your damage from your ultimate will do more damage. First of all, your damage from your skill will do more damage, and your damage from your follow-up attack will do a lot more damage as well. Because normally whenever you use the ult, your follow-up attack is soon to follow, so that's very cool. E6 is super, super good as well. Honestly, all of her Eidelons are super, super cracked. Her E6 is basically going to reduce the amount of stacks you need for Karma to 6, so this just makes her follow-up attacks that much easier to get. Obviously, if you have E6, then you'll also be getting the increased damage from the break effect that you're getting as well, and you'll be reducing the enemy's toughness even more. So E6 is definitely, I think, the best one to have, obviously. But if not, E2 I think is a good stopping point if you're just looking to get some extra damage out there. Don't feel bad if you did get her E6 when you were trying to get your Ruan Mei and your Ruan Mei summons cucked you over, because E6 is really good to have. Now let's go ahead and talk about Lightcones here. Now, me personally, I'm using Under the Blue Sky. Why? Because this is just about the only Lightcone that I have. I do have the Herdershop Lightcone, but I do use this on my Dragon Danny. So I really can't use On the Fall of the Aeon too much. The reason why On the Fall of the Aeon is pretty good, this is going to be super strong because it's going to be giving you basically 16% attack bonuses. Super good. It's also going to be giving you a 24% damage bonus as well whenever you weakness break the enemy, so that's just more damage bonus for you. And she is most likely going to be weakness breaking the enemy because her weakness break is so freaking strong. Now, unfortunately, I don't use this. I just opt in to use Under the Blue Sky. I also have this at an S5 as well. This does offer you a 32% attack increase and also increases your crit rate if you kill an enemy. Which, I mean, I will say it depends. It's hard to get this one because you have to guarantee she gets the kills on enemies to actually activate this, which is a pretty high stipulation in comparison, right? Another good option you could run would be a Secret Vow. You just get some extra increased damage, but you're already getting so much increased damage that this might not be the best option for you. It just depends on how much your break effect is right now. You generally want some attack percentage in there too to kind of even out the scales there. So if that all fails, you can also run the Mole Welcomes You, because this will also allow you to basically get some extra attack stacks. This can give you a lot of attack stacks. 24 stacks to be exact. So after using a basic attack skill or ultimate to attack the enemies, you get 1 stack of this, so you can just keep stacking up that attack percentage really high, and this can also be pretty good for her as well. She's actually a really free-to-play thoughtful character because there are a lot of Lightcones that you can use on her, and you might have one of these Lightcones as a free-to-play player, so definitely use one of these Lightcones here that I just mentioned. So now, with all that out of the way, let's bring our girl into a character showcase. And we're also sitting at a 104% break effect here. We can increase this break effect if I do choose to grab Dragon Danny's artifact here or relic here, which will then give us a 106 break effect. But if we do that, then we drop Zila's speed kind of low, which I don't like too much. He's at 140. I guess it would work. It doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah, we're going to run with this then, I guess. 2-piece quantum, 2-piece break. We get a little bit of extra damage this way, possibly. So let's go ahead and hop into this showcase now. Now, I really love entering battle with Xueyi's technique here because of one simple fact. First of all, it hits all of the quantum weak enemies. Second of all, it gives her stacks of karma. As you can see, she's at 6 of 8 stacks of karma right now just from entering battle. Now, this means she only needs to hit the enemy 1 time to get this up to her max stacks of 8 to actually do a follow-up attack, or 2 allies need to hit it as well. Now, other things to mention here. She has an absolute shit ton of buffs right now. And what does that mean? We have the speed buff, so that means we're at 150 speed, which means we get the extra break effect. 146 break effect with an absolutely massive 174% quantum damage boost, plus our base 48%. So we're easily sitting over 200% quantum damage boost here. That is insane. And that's not even putting in or factoring in Ruan Mei's ultimate yet. So, yeah, this is actually really crazy. We're just going to use a basic attack here. We just want to build up Xueyi as much as possible for her follow-up attacks. She can hit her follow-up attack. This is where you see that trace come in handy. She has 4 extra stacks now. Absolutely insane with that one. Let's go ahead and attack this guy one more time here. Unfortunately, she doesn't have her ult up yet. We're going to go ahead and just attack with Ruan Mei here, and we're going to go ahead and grab this little doohickey right here. Now, he will go into Sanction mode this turn right here because, oh wait, he didn't go into Sanction mode. He's going to go into Sanction mode when one of these guys wakes up. 100%, he's going to go into Sanction mode. Oh, okay, we're good there. Maybe he won't die. Oh, he didn't die. No! Okay, woo, we're good. Okay, now we can break his shield skill. 32k on that break. Yo, that is insane. And he's back down for the count. Holy crap, that's huge. Another follow-up attack for hitting that guy there. Okay, get back up. What is he going to do? Oh, he's going to go into Sanction mode. Oh, no. That sucks a lot, kind of. Okay, well, we just killed him with whatever the Memory of Chaos buff is. we trolled this guy. Oh, we probably used that a little bit early. It's fine though. We're just gonna kind of go in and kind of give this man the work right now. We can save just Xueyi's ult for next rotation, honestly, when we get into the next set of bosses. So I think that's what I'll probably do, because her best time for using it is when the enemy has a weakness bar to break, and this robot doesn't let you break his weakness. So we're just gonna hold off on that. Thank you for being stunned like that. I should use a skill there. I am trolling. I am stupid. Why did I do that? I don't know. Now let's go ahead and pop Ruan Mei's ult off here. Now, I do want to actually use Xueyi's ult here, because we will be taking this increased toughness. As you can see, it's almost half of his toughness here by hitting him with this fat ultimate move right here. Watch this. Bang! 13k. That's pretty low, actually. She didn't crit there. If she crit, that would have been a lot higher. I've seen a hit for a lot higher. That's actually pretty weak in comparison to what I've seen before. Let's see how much the break damage is. 28k on that break, 19k on the follow-up. Hey, yo. Really, really nice there. Okay, now let's continue here. Let's just keep attacking this guy, because he is quantum broken, and he's going to be quantum broken for a while. So I think we just keep putting the work in on this guy until he has 5 stacks. Actually, we can just go ahead and give this guy some work too. But before that, let's just go ahead and pop this off here, because this is also going to attack him. He only has one more stack he needs to get before he takes maximum damage here. 50,000 damage on the entanglement. Hey, yo, Ruan Mei popping off. It's not really Ruan Mei, it's Xueyi popping off, because her weakness break is so freaking high. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. Let's just go. Oh, we probably shouldn't use that skill there. It doesn't matter. Whatever. We're going to go ahead and just kill this guy here, because I do want to show another weakness break with Miss Xueyi here. Ooh, yikes, I forgot we killed that guy. So, yeah, we're going to weakness break 23k. 26k on that follow-up? Hey, yo. That was huge, actually. What the heck? That's a huge follow-up attack. Ain't no way. Let's go ahead and just light this man up. We want to make sure he gets as many stacks of quantum entanglement as possible. Let's see how much this is going to do. Only 23k. So that's a huge difference from breaking with Xueyi versus breaking with Zila. Xueyi just does so much damage against quantum weak enemies. It's insane. We're going to go ahead and just end this off here. This guy's dead. This guy's donezo. This whole run is donezo. And that's some of the insane potential of the damage that Xueyi does. Now, keep in mind, guys, as you saw before, this is the set that we're running right here. So, I mean, obviously our set's maxed out. We have the main stats we need, but as far as subsets go, this could go a lot higher. We could branch into the realm of just absolutely making her damage even more explosive, right? So as of right now, she is popping off. We're still missing some traces. This obviously gives us some extra damage here. Her skills are only level 7 right now, so they definitely could go up from there. There's a lot of improvements that we could do with her, but let's talk about her shortcomings. If you're not facing a quantum weak enemy, her damage does drop off a lot. Now, I would say, like, on a quantum team, she is like a sub very close to a main DPS levels of damage. If you're not running against a quantum weak enemy, she is not going to be able to clean up house like someone like a Jing Liu or Dan Heng will be, obviously, right? So you do want to bring her into those quantum scenarios. She is a great quantum unit with amazing quantum damage. And those are the situations you want to bring her into. Now, as you saw before, her damage also falls off when not using Ruan Mei, because everything relies on breaking the enemy's shield. So if you're not using Ruan Mei in the team, don't expect to do as much damage. Obviously, she does fall to like a lower sub DPS level of damage. Still really good, but still sub DPS and subpar damage in comparison to what she can do with Ruan Mei there. Obviously, everyone's getting a buff from Ruan Mei, but these are just some things I think I should mention here. So if you're not facing all quantum enemies, then it might be scuffed, but yeah, overall, she is a really great unit. I think you should build her if you have her. I think that she honestly probably overtakes QQ. The problem with QQ is that she uses so many skill points, whereas she doesn't use as many skill points, and she's still putting up some pretty solid damage numbers. Anyways, gamers, that's going to do it for today's little build on Miss Xueyi here. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Later, guys. Bye-bye.